I'm Carissa Dagnall, and I know I want to um, tell you what it feels like to have a learning disability. Um, it kind of feels a little frustrating because when you're trying to get somebody to understand you, they just don't right off, and it's kind of overwhelming to being developmentally disabled. Um, People just don't think about how other people feel about stuff and just assume, well, that person is stupid. Well, that's not right. Like, it's kind of difficult to be developmentally disabled, and it is December. Well, I'm thinking about Christmas already. It is November 15th, 2022. And I was born with tuberous sclerosis. It affected my learning skill, and my mind works a little bit differently than everybody else's. And I am a lot like a kid, but a lot of people don't understand that I'm not trying to be unmature when I act younger. I'm trying to be myself, and I cannot be myself without being called unmature. So people need to understand more that a lot of people that are developmentally disabled have a younger state of mind. The age I feel is 12, but I'm really 31. I'm turning 32 February 12th next year of 2023. I get that gene from my mom's side of the family. Well, there are some times that I just want to feel upset because that I'm developmentally disabled. It's just so hard living with a disability, and a lot of people that see people that are developmentally disabled don't think about that. They just judge, and they don't think about how hard it is to have a disability. It can feel very rough, like a 500-pound weight is right on your body trying to flatten you out, and you cannot get it off. It's just hard living with a disability. Other adults, kids can find their lives hard. Will try them putting their feet in people with disabilities shoes. It can be just as hard to be developmentally disabled, especially when you're trying to get people to understand you, but they don't. And I wanted to talk about this because I'm sure other people that are developmentally disabled feel the same way. Like, it's overwhelming to be developmentally disabled. It's frustrating to be developmentally disabled. It's depressing to be developmentally disabled, and your mind feels like you're out of it. Like you're not sure if you can feel happy or if you can feel bad sometimes. But we're born the way we're born, and that's just how life goes. And the disabilities come in all levels. I'm mild. I can still do some things on my own, but I often need help working out my feelings just like a child. But I'm not unmature because I need a lot of help like a child. A lot of people don't think about that with people that are developmentally disabled. That when they act younger, they're being unmature, but when they act younger, they're just being themselves. They just have a younger state of mind due to how the mind works a little slower. I like to learn about medical stuff because I like to be understanding. It feels good to understand people rather than to judge. My way of feeling happy is listening to fart videos on YouTube because they make me laugh, and I have trouble interacting with my feelings like an average developmentally disabled person, but I have trouble explaining how I feel because my mind is a little delayed and it's slow, and I was born with tuberous sclerosis, and it can cause a delayed reaction. Not using this as an excuse. Like, I know what I want to say, but I can't say it right off. And when I have trouble speaking about stuff, I write it down. I like to write letters, and I have a journal. I talk a lot in general. I have more to say in my mind than I do out loud, so and I made myself a journal, and I do art to stay positive. I sing the song Follow Me by Uncle Cracker to think positive when I'm not very happy. I really like the song Hall of Fame by The Script. I lost a lot of confidence a while ago from being made fun of, and listening to the song Hall of Fame by The Script really helped me gain a lot of confidence back. If you're developmentally disabled, that would be a good song to listen to. Like, it'll remind you that you can do what you want. It's a really good song. I'm addicted to that song because it makes me feel so good. Like, it makes me feel more tougher inside and makes me think less about having a disability, and that song helps me out a lot. That song is my drug. I can listen to it for 7 to 8 hours and not get tired of it. Another way I stay positive is I like to make cards. I like to make snowflakes. During the winter time, I make a bunch of small ones and I put them on my window, and I like to do art, and I have a lot of puppets. And popping the puppets seemed to help me out with my disability because I'm more focused on learning. I'm more focused on popping the puppets than I am having a disability. Well, other than all this, it's just really difficult a lot of the times to have a disability that, like, it's just really hard to have an uncommon disorder. Not a lot of people have tuberous sclerosis. I've always been the only one in the school with tuberous sclerosis. I'm the only one in the neighborhood with tuberous sclerosis. I'm the only one in the family with it. The special ed teachers treated me different. They didn't have very nice attitudes with me because I've always been the only one in class, in special ed class, with tuberous sclerosis, and that made me feel even more bad about having a disability, and it's very difficult to make friends, but now I'm to where I'm not sure if I want to make friends because so many people are judgmental, and I'm not sure if I'm going to see a judgmental person that'll use me rather than being my friend, or just be a plain normal friend. I have an uncommon disorder that can mess with the learning. I'm 95% of people with tuberous sclerosis are developmentally disabled. Most of them have autism. I'm developmentally disabled. I am one of the 95% that's developmentally disabled. But I am one of the 5% that does not have autism, but I had a chance of getting it with my disorder. I've been through quite a bit. I'm just telling you, and other people to put their feet in other people's shoes with disabilities. It's very difficult, and we're all down here with the challenges. It's very difficult living with an uncommon disorder and having a disability in general. And I have absent seizures. Most people think I'm acting stupid rather than really seeing the real thing, and it's truly a seizure. It's not me acting stupid. And I am undevelopedly disabled adult. It feels harder being an adult that's developmentally disabled, especially since now I'm in my early 30s. I'm 31, turning 32 next year on February 12th, 2023. And I'm wearing my Christmas PJs because it's getting towards Christmas. So. I'm also an aunt of 5, 2 girls and 1 boy. Well, 2 girls and 3 boys. And it feels even more difficult being an aunt that's developmentally disabled. Some of my feelings, that what it feels like to have a learning disability and being developmentally disabled. And I made this video because people need to learn how to understand and not to judge one another. We're born the way we are. Life is life.